Hey, this is the Basketball Champions League. It's game day 9, and it's Iberostar Tenerife taking on Dinamo Sassari in a battle for first place in Group A. Well, it's really simple. The winner of this game clinches a spot in the next phase of the competition. And, well, certainly Iberostar Tenerife know what that's all about. They've done it every season in the Basketball Champions League so far. But a team called Bakken Bears is raising some eyebrows. Look at that. They won this week again. Their second win in a row, 96-78. That was over Galatasaray. They beat Dinamo Sassari right before the holidays. And they have thrust themselves back into contention, really, for a spot in the next phase of the competition. So the team that loses this one might be looking over their shoulders at Bakken Bears, especially Dinamo Sassari. I mean, wow, what a story up in Denmark. Basketball is alive and kicking up in Scandinavia. These are the standings again. As it is right now, you got 3-1 Dinamo Sassari up at the top. They actually won the first game by 20 points over Iberostar Tenerife when these two teams played back in Italy. Bakken Bears now at 2-3. They get that extra participation point, and Galatasaray down at the bottom. So, again, the winner of this game clinches a spot in the next phase of the competition. Iberostar Tenerife, one of the historic clubs really in the Basketball Champions League that won the very first one in this very arena here in San Cristobal de la Laguna, in the Santiago Martin Arena, also known as La Hamburguesa. Dinamo Sassari, well, they'll have Marco Spisu, Miro Belan, Kasper Traer, Philippe Kruslin, Giacomo De Vecchi, Tony Katic, Marco Antonio Rey, Jason Burnell, Aimantas Benjias from Lithuania, Luca Gandini, Stefano Gentili, and Justin Tillman playing for a guy that I would consider a legend in Italian hoops history, Gianmarco Pizzecco. Well, we all remember Gianmarco Pizzecco out on the court, don't we? For Iberostar Tenerife, Bruno Fittipaldi, Marcelinho Huertas, Sasu Salin, Danny Diaz, Sergio Rodriguez, Georgie Shermadini, the Georgia International, Spencer Butterfield, Alex Lopez, Tyler Kavanaugh, Frank Gray. I couldn't get them all in, folks, but I tried. I did try. And really, when you look back at the first meeting between these two teams, Dinamo Sassari meted out a beating that, quite frankly, Iberostar Tenerife had never experienced in the Basketball Champions League. And it led to a conversation, shall we say, with Coach Chus Vidareta at one end of the court with his players, and basically said, listen, guys, this was unacceptable tonight. I mean, we were on the road, but we lacked effort. We lacked smarts. We were terrible. And I would expect them to be breathing fire tonight as they go up against Dinamo Sassari. But also, don't forget Dinamo Sassari, a very good team, despite their meltdown the other day against Bakken Bears. They've already bounced back, and they've won in Italy against Reggio Emilia. And Iberostar Tenerife, well, they lost a tough one over the weekend to Real Madrid. But this is a team that year in, year out is built to challenge for honors, both in Spain and also in the Basketball Champions League. So Shermadini has been one of the most productive players in Spanish basketball the last couple of seasons, as has, well, Marcelinho Huertas is a true Spanish Liga Endesa legend. There you see Bruno Fittipaldi coming out from Uruguay, and now Marcelinho, who's just the assist king. Sasu Salin, if he shoots it well and plays the fabulous Finn, the Susayingi, you like Iberostar Tenerife's chances of getting the win tonight. But with so many good players in that Dinamo Sassari lineup tonight, I think we're on our way to a humdinger tonight. You know, the stakes are very high in terms of let's get this done. Let's get into the next round of the Basketball Champions League, so we can kind of just take a deep breath, enjoy ourselves here at the finish of the regular season, maybe focus on domestic matters. Chus Vidareta, again, won the title with this team here on this very floor, and you know, he wasn't at the helm always in the Basketball Champions League. He actually left to coach Valencia, but he also came back to coach the team and they're always there or thereabouts in the running when he's at the helm. Johan Grosso, Wojciech Liszka, and Paulo Marquez from France, Poland, and Portugal, respectively, in calling the games tonight. Grosso there, the crew chief in the middle. All smiles, obviously coming off a happy holiday, that trio, and good to have a powerhouse trio of refs calling such an important game tonight. We'll look at the starting fives for Dinamo Sassari. Marco Spisu, Mira Balan, Brunel, Montes Benjias. You never know when he's going to go off offensively, and Stefano Gentile gets in the starting five tonight. So often he doesn't come in until later in the games, but he gets to start tonight. Spisu obviously is really kind of the ignition for this team, and Pizzeco they're wearing a mask. I'm guessing that'll be coming off once things begin, but obviously because of the coronavirus pandemic and problems with COVID-19, we're not going to have fans again tonight, sadly, but we're confident that better times are ahead. So patience is the key word. Bruno Fittipaldo, Butterfield, boy, he is a good shooter. Kavanaugh, Fran Greta, and Aaron Dornekamp in the starting five tonight for Iberostar Tenerife. So you have got a lot of firepower. If that is indeed the starting five, a lot of firepower coming off the bench tonight for Chus Vidareta. When you talk about the likes of Sasu Salin especially, and Marcelinho Huertas. Huertas will go down as one of the all-time great Brazil national team players, but also a true legend in Spanish basketball. I mean, he's been there, done that. Not only here at Iberostar Tenerife, but with previous clubs up at Baskonia, where he won a Spanish title with them, also with Barcelona with so many seasons. And he's won the Intercontinental Cup, the FIBA Intercontinental Cup, early last year with Iberostar Tenerife. They were hoping also to get some success at the Final Eight, but they lost in the round of 8 in the quarterfinals, falling to Casademont Zaragoza. So a lot perhaps still to prove for this team. You know, the players that won that initial title, they're gone. And, well, Dornekamp is back, in fact. And but for the most part, the bulk of that team is gone. And this is a Iberostar Tenerife team that's looking to make its own history yet again. But Dinamo Sassari, you know, if everything is clicking for them, you know, they've got every chance to make a deep run, not only to get to the playoffs, but to make a deep run in the playoffs, and perhaps follow in the footsteps of fellow Italians, Virtus Bologna, who won a couple of seasons ago in the final. They thrashed, in fact, Iberostar Tenerife in the title game. So, again, we should have a good one tonight here in La Hamburguesa in the Canary Islands, wonderful part of the world. And if you've never made it to Tenerife, well, as soon as you're able to get down to this part of the world, you need to do it. So Vidareta and Pizzeco. Going over the last minute instructions here for their teams. Pizzeco in that 2004 Olympic squad from Italy that reached the final. You might remember he played for Carlo Recicalti in that team that kind of won the hearts of a nation. Went on that unexpected run to the title game where they ultimately came up short against Argentina, a great Argentina. But Pizzeco, so many memories as a player where combustible, how would you say, emotional. he could take over a game, but he could also completely lose the plot as a player. He'd get really hot under the collar, but for the most part, just a true inspiration to watch. And a lot of the inspiration now he's transferring to his own players as the coach of Dinamo Sassari. Well, good evening, folks. We're underway here in Tenerife. Iberostar Tenerife in the yellow, going up against the blue-clad Dinamo Sassari. And it's already a turnover on Iberostar Tenerife. So Dinamo Sassari now attacking the basket to the left on your screen. And Bilan, who was terrific against Reggio Emilia. Double-double in points and rebounds over the weekend. And nobody boxes out Tillman, who goes up, or Burnell, excuse me, and scores the first 2 points of the game. And now the ball goes out of bounds. And remembering the manner of defeat, the way they went down, they crashed to defeat Iberostar Tenerife. You would almost think that a good start is imperative tonight for them against this Dinamo Sassari team that could perhaps grow in confidence if they were to come out and really lay the wood to Iberostar Tenerife early. Kavanaugh rebounds it, hands it off to Fittipaldo. Terrific shooter, had a big role to play for San Pablo Burgos last year, helped them get into the postseason, and ended up signing with Iberostar Tenerife after the shutdown because of COVID. So he was not in the team that won the title for San Pablo Burgos. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay at this end. Spisu gets it to Bilan. Oh, behind the back pass by Imantas Benjis. Ball goes out of bounds, 3.3 seconds remaining. So still a chance here for Dinamo Sassari to get something on this possession. Chanel puts it up and drills the three-pointer. It's 5-0. Dornekamp passes it back out and called for a double dribble. Dornekamp made the team of the year, the All-Star 5 in year one with the Iberostar Tenerife. Memory serves me correctly. And one of the had a great season. Here driving and scoring down low. It's 7-0 Gentile. The dump, and well, Fran Guerra has to go to the line for the two free throws. Good job by Dornekamp. And Guerra makes the first, so the first point has been scored for Tenerife. And the second one as well. Now cross court over to Benjis. Drives in, goes off 1 foot. And Pizzeco not happy, not enamored with that decision. And you can see every possession so important. Thinks it's his, should be their ball. Now Chus Vidaretta's upset. And the ball thrown out of bounds. So it goes back over to Iberostar Tenerife. Butterfield pulls up, and well, I remember the last time I watched him play, he didn't miss a shot. He comes out and misses his first attempt here. But a foul called on Stefano Gentile. Butterfield is, wow, a terrific shooter. But off target on that one. Nevertheless, another chance here. Dornekamp goes up against Gentile. Gets it. And is that who they want to be shooting the three-pointers? Well, I guess Fran Guerra is going to take it. And again, another opportunity for Iberostar Tenerife after another foul has been called on Stefano Gentile. That doesn't look like a bad shot, does it? Oh, quick pass. What a play. Oh, and the foul as well. Wonderful pass into the paint from Dornekamp. And Fran Guerra just lays it up and has a chance for a three-point play. Miro Bilan left for dead on that one by Fran Guerra. So now 7-5, and Dinamo Sassari, and the early signs are this is going to be a red-hot emotional encounter because both of these teams know what's at stake. Chance to go ahead and punch that ticket, but also when you get the idea for Tenerife, you know, you suffered the worst defeat you've ever had in the Basketball Champions League at Dinamo Sassari earlier this season. So you want to get a little bit of revenge. And now offensive foul called on Dinamo Sassari. Ben just hands it off and then is moving, called for a moving screen. Didn't get in position quickly enough. So after 7 points to start proceedings for Pazeco, Dornekamp not entirely happy that Pazeco is so close to him. Almost motioned for him to sit down, it looked like. And now a reach and a foul called on Marco Spisu, and it's kind of a dangerous time. Official, you know, it looks like the referees just want to get control of this game. They're going to call it tight. And I would say that is calling it very tight. But he was called for the hold on Butterfield. And Butterfield goes to the line and makes another free throw. So now 7-7. And you almost wonder maybe if we might see a timeout come here from Dinamo Sassari just to kind of take a little bit of the air out of the balloon here, because it's going all Iberostar Tenerife's way right now. Gentile stepped out of bounds as he made his move. And they've completely seemed to have well, lost their focus here, Dinamo Sassari. Sassari in a 2-3 zone. Quick pass, great passing by Tenerife, leading to the layup by Kavanaugh. Wow. Do they look prepared for this one or what? 9 unanswered points by Iberostar Tenerife. Miro Balan now goes to work on Fran Greta. Oh, that's what you need. I mean, if you're Miro Balan, Croatian national team big man, being guarded by Guerra, you need to take it to him. And he does. And he made it look easy. Now a hold on Burnell. And now Chus Vidaretta is hot under the collar at his own player, Bruno Fittipaldo. About something. Oh, Guerra's been really involved here in this first quarter. He has got 5 points. Don't forget, you got a guy named Shermanini over there on the bench. When's he coming in? And Marcelinho and Sassu Salim. Well, these guys say we don't need him. We're doing it. They're up 11-9. 11 straight points by Iberostar Tenerife. And a kick. And maybe not a bad idea to go back to Balan. Good job by Bruno Fittipaldo, making life a misery for Marcos Busu so far, who hasn't really controlled this game as he so often does. Butterfield, Franguera, backing up Burnell, passes it back out to the perimeter. Quick pass, and Kavanaugh. They are absolutely slicing and dicing and cutting open Dinamo Sassari with their passing game. They are making it look precise. And Dinamo Sassari just have given up 13 consecutive points, and finally, excuse me, no, they had snapped the run already with Miro Balan. But anyway, they've now got it back to 13-11. Here's Butterfield. Spuso on him. Greta open. He's going to try another three. Good. Well, what do I know? He does have the three-pointer. It looks good. It feels good. It is good. Franguera. Now Bilan. Fouled by Franguera. And well, I don't think oh, look, I mean, that was just an excellent pass. No look by Fittipaldo. Gentile goes out, and in comes Kruslan. Burnell. This is down low. It started so well, Dinamo Sassari, but right now the team with all the swagger is Iberostar Tenerife, playing with just a lot of motivation. You can see it, how they're approaching every time down the floor on offense. Here's Fittipaldo again, drives right in. Boy, they are making it look easy. Scores with the left hand. They might get 25 points in this first quarter. Sassari's defense being left for dead right now. Oh, nice pass there to the benches, but he pulls it back out. Felt the double team. Burnell shaking and baking, gets it in to the lane, goes up and does a good job of being fouled. So the foul, I believe, on Dornekamp, who bit on the pump fake. And if you think it's going to get any easier, it's not, because Shermadini has just checked in for Guerra, who was excellent. That's the only way you can put it. I mean, Frank Guerra was excellent in those opening exchanges for Iberostar Tenerife. They'll make one of two now. Dinamo Sassari really need to pick it up defensively here. Easier said than done. It's Justin Tillman in the game guarding Shermadini. And right off the bench, the big Georgian goes right in and puts 2 points on the board. Tillman now tries to get it right back, jumps up. Dornekamp rebounds authoritatively, hands it off. Fittipaldo. Kavanaugh. Now Fittipaldo. Oh, what a pass. Gets it to Butterfield. That's like a layup for him. He's going to make it. Yes, indeed. 23 points for Iberostar Tenerife. I mean, there really might not be a better shooter in the Basketball Champions League than that man right there wearing the white headband. And now the turnover. Look at this. Great hustle down the floor. Where's Dinamo Sassari? All the yellow shirts hustling down. They have come to play tonight, folks. This is Iberostar Tenerife in all their glory, and really, we haven't even seen Sassu Salin or Marcelinho Huertas. We've only seen a snippet of Sherbedini. You know that Chus Vidareta has really fired up this team. They have come out on a mission tonight. Timeout Pazeco and Sassari. Let's try to listen in.
They got no foul. We play soft, they call foul to us. So we play dirty. When we go out, everybody for 5 fouls. But now we have to play dirty. Somebody cut. We bump like this. Nobody can go into the paint that he doesn't receive one elbow like this. Let's go.
Okay, Sassu Salin in the game now, number 10. And Marcelinho Huertas. $25 points already for Iberostar Tenerife, and there's still 2 minutes to go in this opening quarter. They have been absolutely ruthless when they've had the ball. And Dinamo Sassari looking a little confused offensively. Look at this. What do we do? Where do we go? Spissu puts up a little jump shot from the line, and now Huertas has it. Shermadini goes right at Tillman. Old school hook shot right at him, the big fella. Burnell. Traer also in the game. Casper Traer. There's Burnell. Long jump shot, and Tillman loses it, gets it back, puts it up. And Kavanaugh, and you know, the thought just crossed my mind, if they lost this first meeting by 20 points, you might see Iberostar Tenerife come out and say, we've got to go out and win this one by 30. I mean, they are really playing with a lot of focus. Look at Shermadini. Good, strong rebound that time by Burnell, swooping in. Spissu. A little bit of life now for Dinamo Sassari. And there should be a sense of desperation to get this thing going. They've had a very slow start. Spissu again looking, finding Tillman. Fouled though before him by Sassu Salin. Ball goes off of Tillman, out of bounds, back to Iberostar Tenerife. I'll tell you, it's a long way to go to Tenerife from Sardinia, one island to another, and they don't want to go back on after a heavy defeat. That would be a long journey. But right now, that's the way it's heading, unless they can turn this thing around. Kavanaugh spins on the baseline, puts it up. Traer with the rebound. Haven't seen much of Kruslin yet. He's down on the baseline. Sergio Rodriguez also in the game for Tenerife. And great shot. And finally gets something to fall. Kruslan crucial to the calls for Dinamo Sassari. Quite obviously. And Salim picks up another foul. 2 quick fouls for him. Felt the contact, went up, and eventually some good things will happen. They just need to see the ball go in the basket. Kruslan makes the free throw and cuts it back to a 12-point deficit now. Rodriguez puts it up, and that's good. Boy, that is an exclamation mark on a terrific first quarter for Iberostar Tenerife. Dinamo Sassari looked like they've started to wake up a little bit, but as they do wake up, they're going to be trailing 29-15 at the end of one. Tenerife 67% inside the arc, 42% for Sassari. Tenerife perfect at the line. That's always a good sign for their chances as well. Well, what a weird game. Dinamo Sassari started out with a 7-0 run to start the contest, and then Iberostar Tenerife stormed right back and opened up a very big lead. They went in front by as many as 15 points, and right now they have a 29-15 lead, Iberostar Tenerife, over Dinamo Sassari in the Basketball Champions League. And, well, if you're Dinamo Sassari, you know you've beaten this team before. You're also coming off a bad defeat at home to Bakken Bears. And, you got to be ready to play tonight. And it looks like maybe they weren't ready, because certainly Iberostar Tenerife definitely looked ready. And even Frank Guerrero was ready, coming out and smoking them early. Look at that. Smallest guy on the court finds his way inside and scores with a layup ahead of the big center. And then you had Shermadini come in, immediately goes to work. So I think Chus Vidaretti did a good job of thinking about how to approach this game, who to start, leaving a lot of that quality on the bench. But he's going deep to his lineup. He's got a lot of people in there. Be surprised if he didn't play all 12 players tonight. A little bit faster play here by Dinamo Sassari. Miro Balan fumbles it. Oh, Dinamo Sassari there with the putback, and Tillman, good job. Following up on the miss from Giacomo De Vecchi. But another easy drive for Shermadini. Sassari needs to still figure some things out on defense. Tony Katic also in the game for Sassari, and well, another turnover. The fault on Miro Bilan. Remember, this is the winner of this game clinches a spot in the next phase of the competition. And De Vecchi goes down hard, and he's holding his left knee. That doesn't look good. Hopefully it's not bad, but Pizzeco knows he's had his share of injuries as a player, so he goes right out to check on his player. So here's Devecki. Oh, yeah, it says left. Oh, dear. That doesn't look good at all. It kind of buckles. Oh, gosh, you hate to see that. Wow. Great competitor, Devecki. I think he's probably done for the night. That's for sure. After that. And we'll just have to hope for the best for him. So he's going to be helped off. He can't put any weight on it, so that does not look good. And you hate to see that. And Pizzeco showing what kind of coach he is by carrying his player off the court. Hopefully he's going to battle back. Oh, just don't want to see it. Well, his teammates will be there for him, and his physios, if anything, maybe that's going to light a fire under them as they try to turn this thing around. Sassu Saline comes out, and that's not going to count. Whistle blew beforehand. Foul was called on Danny Diaz. Fouled Kruslin. Kruslin puts it up, and another one, and they needed somebody to be positive, and really in terms of finding a score, I mean, you're hard pressed to find a better one than Kruslin. Really, it's a good sign that he's come out, hit a couple shots early. Back to a 12-point deficit. Now, the problem is that Iberostar Tenerife, they keep the scoreboard ticking over themselves. Got to go up to 33-19 now. Oh, nice pass to Belon. He's going to get a trip to the line. I believe that was Filip Kruslin who made the pass to his fellow Croatian. So he'll get an assist if Miro Belon can make one of these two free throws. Well, I guess it'll be interesting to watch Devecki as he walks off the court for halftime, if he does. Belon makes the first free throw. And he gets the second one to go as well. So starting to feel a little bit better now about Dinamo Sassari, but they've got to start getting it done on this end as well, not just offensively. Saline just needs a minute and hits the three-pointer. Just needed a little bit of space. Shooting very confidently right now, Sassu Saline. Tillman gets trapped down low, passes out. Three-point shot is good. Kruslin is coming out and crushing it. Boy, what a competitor. He's embracing the challenge, isn't he? Shermadini pushed out by Belon, but he's going to go right back at him. All right, he passes it out to Marcelino Huertas. Marcelino Huertas steps back, and this time, rare miss for Iberostar Tenerife. And Sassari get it to Belon, and he's fouled as well. Excellent look ahead. And I'll tell you what, just give the ball to Kruslin. He is making it play after play. Look at this. What a pass, and what a catch, and what a shot. And for those lovers of all things Croatian, I've been informed by Igor Čurković, who happens to be Croatian. Kruslin's nickname is Kruška. And if you're wondering what Kruška is, in Croatian, it means a pear. So I'm not sure how to read into that. Although I do have to say that as fruits go, I like pears. There's Bilan getting down low. And, well, it could have been a huge trip down the floor for Dinamo Sassari, but as it is, they've cut the deficit to 10 points. Saline gets down low and he's fouled. Well, he's not perfect. So that was Tony Kadic with the foul. Sasu Saline has been perfect actually since he's come into the game, except for committing a couple of fouls. He hasn't missed a shot. Kadic gets it down low to Tillman, who puts it up. Beeline, great rebound by Beeline. It's a different player now all of a sudden. Krušlin gets it back to Beeline. This time he was blocked. Look at the hustle, though, from Dinamo Sassari. Tillman able to get it. Terrific play. Gets it to Kadic. He's got to launch it. Did he get it off in time? Doesn't matter. But much better from the Italians. As you can see, Pozzecco liking the hustle. And it's going to be that type of effort that they need if they're going to have a chance in this game. And really, I mean, just a long way to go. 26 minutes. And Dinamo Sassari is the type of team when they start getting in the flow, especially defensively, getting into transition, playing faster, well, you know, the game can change quickly. Saline from behind the arc. Bilan with a rebound. Gets it out to Kadic. They got to find Krušlin, because if he gets a touch, watch, here he goes again. Good things happen. He finds the open man. Kadic steps in, drills it. Much better. Pozzecco looking calm over there, applauding. And again, a very long way to go. Rodriguez now. Hands it off to Marcelinho, gets it back, puts it up, three-pointer. Off the front of the iron, Kadic has it. Brings up the right sideline. Traer for three, good! Casper Traer, well, gets it back to an 8-point deficit. Determined looking Dinamo Sassari, sparked by Krušlin, have been crushing it here in the second quarter. Pass it around. Huerta says, why not? And, well, Dinamo Sassari rebound the miss. And already Chus Vidareta asking for a timeout as the momentum is completely swung to Dinamo Sassari. Look at him share the ball. And Tillman also is fouled. Incredible. A tale of two quarters as Dinamo Sassari charge back. It's now 39-33. And Vidareta gets his timeout. This will be interesting. Excellent. They're making the extra pass, folks. I mean, that's, you know, and Tillman is getting himself in good spots on the floor. Traer, he's open, so why not? Let's go down to the huddle. Listen to Chus Vidareta.
Con 7 segundos, ese podías haber hecho algo más. Podías haber hecho algo más. Pasarle y jugarle un passback, que es lo que llevamos trabajando todo el tiempo. Pasarle, que te la devuelvan y jugarle. O jugar un high-low. Y luego, sobre todo, defenderle bien. No dejarle llegar hasta aquí. Chocar aquí, gastarle la falta aquí. Que lo hemos hablado. Y al final le damos
points in the paint for Tenerife, 16 for Dinamo Sassari.
Vamos
Bruno de 1, Spencer de 2, 3 Aaron, 4 Tyler y 5 Fran. Venga, vamos, va. Vamos. 1, 2, 3.
Well, Trayer comes from Estonia. They've got so many good players, don't they? I mean, he had a nice looking jump shot. And Tillman now at the line. And does indeed make the free throw for the three-point play. Burnell comes back into the game. Fittipaldo back in the game. Dornekamp back in the game. Also Guerra. Nice pump fake. Fittipaldo has it. Now Dornekamp. He's going to go back out to the perimeter. Watch. Nope. He's going to go up and try an impossible shot. Great defense by Dinamo Sassari. And now blocking foul called on Dornekamp. Casper Trayer did indeed play for Estonia in the Eurobasket qualifiers, a couple of games. There's so many good players out there in European basketball. Another great example. This is the guy that really turned things around. Krushlin, the pair. Krushka. He has brought his team back and done so in a silky smooth way with his passing, with his scoring. He's also got to play some tough defense on Dornekamp. Here's Butterfield for three. Well, I mean, what will be the psychology, what will be the mindset of Iberostar Tenerife if they go to halftime trailing in this game, having led by as many as 15 points? I mean, they were laying the wood to Dinamo Sassari. Now Sassari have sprung a Sardinian surprise. They've come back in a big way. Krushlin again. Wow, that would have brought certainly my house down if he'd made that one. But Fittipaldo finds Dornekamp. Now Fran Guerra. Going to take it to Burnell. Passes it back out. They get it to Dornekamp. Look at Guerra. I mean, is he the player of the game for Tenerife? Crazy, crazy game. Making smart plays, getting offensive rebounds. You know, when he's closely guarded down low, passing it back out to the open man. You know, not trying to be spectacular, but left open for a three. He hits it. Now a reach and a foul called. Another one on Dornekamp. So Mirabalan makes the first. Just checking to see how Guerra played for Iberostar Tenerife. Yeah, he played 13.5 minutes against Real Madrid and had 9 points and 3 rebounds. Didn't miss a shot from the floor. So he's earned his start tonight. Shermadini, of course, had 18 points. Abilon now with 8. And again, Dinamo Sassari trailing by just 3 points. Remember, they also lost DeVecchi to what appeared to be a knee injury. But we don't know the severity of it. It didn't look good, though. Fittipaldo on the baseline. Now, Marcelino's pass intended for Kavanaugh gets intercepted by Traer, and then Burnell goes down, and he was fouled. Excellent quick response. I mean, that was a telegraph pass of all time right there. Now, yeah, you could see it looked like Marcelino actually played pretty good defense there. So a little bit of frustration with that foul. So we'll give him that. And Burnell, perhaps justice prevails a little bit. Misses the first. And misses the second. Marcelino hands it off, gets it back. Oh, goes right past Gentile, then he's fouled by Miro Balan. Yeah, got him hard on the left arm. So first foul on Miro Balan, and Marcelino goes to the line and makes the first free throw. So what a game we've had tonight. We knew it was going to be a big game, but the way Iberostar Tenerife were really letting them have it there in that first quarter, it didn't look like it was going to be a good night at all for Dinamo Sassari, but they've shown the quality of their team, especially the mentality of battling back. With Kirschlin, obviously the key man, although Kirschlin now out of the game. Maybe they'll find a way to get him back in here before the end of the first half. Butterfield called for the foul. Tenerife already over the limit. Miro Balan goes to the free throw line a lot, and he's gonna get that one to drop. So he's already attempted 6 free throws tonight. He's 5 of 6. And an early whistle. And I guess they're saying that somebody was in too early for Dinamo Sassari. So even if he'd made it, that wouldn't have counted. Marcelino. Marcelino goes baseline, brings it back out. There he is, patented Marcelino off 1 foot, doesn't make it. But Greta gets another rebound to Butterfield for 3. And Greta able to knock the ball over to Fittipaldo. Now Kavanaugh, he goes baseline. Goes up strong and is fouled by Kasper Traer, the Estonian 21-year-old. Almost looks a little bit like Mr. Luca, doesn't he? Guarding down there, that hairstyle. Very impressed by Kasper Traer tonight. Well, Chus Vudereda knows he's got himself a tough 21 minutes and a half, 21 minutes and 28 seconds to play here to see off this Dinamo Sassari team. Alex Lopez checks in now, I think, for the first time tonight. So Marcelino Huertas goes out. Burnell has his pass intercepted. Fittipaldo back outside. Lopez Doesn't launch it. Butterfield over to Kavanaugh. Quick down low to, look at Greta fighting for position. I mean, he's just had a game and a half tonight. His stock, shall we say, is going up. 12 points, 5 rebounds for that man right there tonight, Frank Guerra. And Gentile picks up his 3rd foul tonight. So he has to go out, and Kirchland comes back in with 52.1 seconds remaining. You know, of all the developments in a game like this, you don't, you know, there's always an X factor, but, you know, I saw Greta playing maybe 4 minutes, 5 minutes max at the start, and would then give way to Shermadini, but he's got 14 points and 5 rebounds. He has been terrific. He's plus 18 efficiency. And Beeline gets down low and is fouled by Fran Greta. There's 2 fouls now on Greta. And here Beeline continues to pour in the points at the free throw line. So he's now 7 of 9 at the line. He's got 11 points. (47-41) Tenerife would like to finish strong. Shermadini comes in for Guerra here right at the end of the half. So Beeline is 7 of 9 at the line and has 11 points. Kavanaugh fouled by Benjis. So the Lithuanian international puts Kavanaugh on the line. And Kavanaugh makes the first attempt. Pizeko doesn't look enamored with the call, I guess. Looks a little bit hot under the collar. And I think they might have just called a technical foul. So that'll add to his woes. He'll make another one, Kavanaugh, or he'll take another one. So 3-point trip down the floor, it turns out to be, and it's a 50-41 lead now for Tenerife here with 23 seconds to go. They kind of push that advantage back up. Dinamo Sassari were right there, and this last minute and a half or so hasn't been good to them. Beeline makes a beeline and lays it up and in. So it cuts it back to 7 points and a timeout for Chus Vidaret. And now the players, I think, trying to calm down Pizeko, who throws his jacket. You know, as a player, he was very hot at times. And now we're seeing it as a coach.
No tienes que ir a Milan aquí, Milan no tira de 3. Bueno, sí, puede tirar uno. He can shot one time. Entonces, tú tienes que estar Alex out y Alex al last, ya está. Pero lo que no tenemos es, está aquí a tomar por saco, necesitamos hacer más agresivos. Quedan 7, o sea, 5 segundos. Marce. Espera, sacas tú. Vale.
Okay, well, I'll just go ahead and say again, remind you that the winner of this game will clinch a spot in the next phase of the competition. So there's a lot to go for tonight. Clearly, I mean, you want to win every game, but there's that little bit extra. Also, the fact that Dinamo Sassari won the first game between these teams back earlier in the season by 20 points. So Iberostar Tenerife, they looked almost offended, outraged when they came out. They were ready to go. But now Dinamo Sassari have battled back. By the way, Frank Guerra this season is high as 12 points. He also had 11. He had 11 against Real Betis and 12 against Obradoiro. Here's Dornekamp able to get off a shot right at the end, or Kavanaugh was rather, and doesn't make the shot. There was a little bit of contact, but I guess all in all, Pizzeco will be frustrated. He'll be worried about his player De Vecchia. He will be frustrated his team isn't maybe a little bit closer, but nevertheless, the Iberostar Tenerife lead at 50-43. Well, those are the numbers. I mean, Tenerife, 17 of 17 at the line. And again, the story is as you look walking off the court, it's Giacomo De Vecchi with the knee injury. We don't know how bad it is, but obviously it's not good. Well, you got to love the way that Fran Guerra has come out tonight and really fired up his team. And I think also, you know, sometimes you talk about the big players, and I mean, he's, you know, making strides, you know, at this point in his career. So Shermadini was certainly not the finished product when he was Guerra's age. I'm just double checking Fran Guerra. Well, I'll let you know. But anyway, here are the highlights, and just a lot of great play, especially early on by Iberostar Tenerife. And just really laying the wood to this Dinamo Sassari team, going up by 15 points. But Dinamo Sassari finally got to grips with the game, especially in the second quarter. Krushland came in, was terrific. Tillman did a good job. Miro Bilan did a great job. So, yeah, Fran Guerra is 28 years of age, and, you know, people always say that it does take the big guys to develop just that little bit longer. He's 28, and he's a big guy. I mean, he's 2.14 meters in height, 7 feet tall. And I suppose what really impressed me as you look at the pair running down the court, Krushka, about Fran Guerra was his smarts in this game. You know, how many times would he get the ball down low, and instead of forcing a shot up, you know, he found his open teammate out on the perimeter. He made the pass. Just played very intelligently. Here's Krushka again, crushing it and helping his team. Sassu Saline, always worth several highlights in a game. And he has been tonight. Kadic has done well off the bench as well. For Dinamo Sassari. Another Croatian. They've got their share of Croatians over there with Krushka, Miro Bilan, and Kadic. But there's Guerra also showing his value on the boards. Nobody's going to live with him on the offensive rebound and putback. So Bilan, who earned a living at the free throw line tonight, has 13 points to lead Dinamo Sassari in scoring. See, he's done very well all the way around. His, you know, he's a big fella that's going to have to make his free throws. He always gets to the line. He's done it tonight so far, 7 of 9. He's 3 of 5 from the floor, as you saw from that stat. And that was a great catch. I'm not sure if that was from Kadic. Yeah, that was from Kadic. I think I gave the credit to Krushka earlier. And then, of course, we've been talking all night about this man, or at least I have, Fran Guerra, who comes out, has 14 points, 3 of 4 from the floor, perfect at the free throw line, even hit a three-pointer. That's confidence. That's betting on yourself. Your coach has bet on you. He's put you in the starting lineup. You've gone up against Real Madrid over the weekend and held your own. And now you've come out tonight and you have proved that in the Basketball Champions League, you can be an effective center. So that's it. We'll be right back before the start of the second half. Enjoy these top plays.
Okay, what a move by Sharma. Welcome back here too.
Here's Hunt. What a bounce pass that was. Take a bow, Bennett Hunt. What a dish.
Allman again. Oh, look at that. The alley-oop pass and throwing it down was Kaiser.
As we go into the new year, Dos Anjos with the thunder one hand. What a roll to the basket and what a finish by that young man.
Kaiser, another offensive rebound for him. Keeps the ball at this end. Oh, and the thunderous dunk picks up right where he left off from the last game. Madsen. Now coming from behind in the alley-oop pass to the dunk by Allman. My goodness me. Got to play D and you got to box out if you're Pettit-Sterry. Oh, Jefferson's going to take it. Oh, crazy. He takes the three early and he drills it. He had been ice cold. Look at this.
Lazinski looking for options, drives behind the back for the beautiful pass on a dish. And finished by Roman Zimanski. Great pass. Into the hands of Reyes. Oh, what a pass off the hardwood from Reyes. Miniotas finishes with the one-handed flush. Strong move by the Lithuanian.
Into the corner, just about stayed in bounds. That's a beautiful bounce pass. Oh, get out of my way, says David Kravish. That is huge. Just dunks all over him.
Well, it's all happening here in La Hamburguesa, Tenerife. Iberostar Tenerife battling Dinamo Sassari in the Basketball Champions League. The winner will clinch a spot in the next round of the competition. And boy, it looked great for Iberostar Tenerife early on, only for Dinamo Sassari to come storming back. But Iberostar Tenerife gradually gave themselves a little bit more of a cushion to go up 50-43 by halftime. It's so many talking points, you know, from the starting lineup of Iberostar Tenerife to who really came to the fore. None more so than Fran Guerra, the big center, the 28-year-old, 14 points, 5 rebounds. Yeah, you know, you say Iberostar Tenerife center, you're usually thinking about Georgi Shermadini, but tonight it's been Fran Guerra who's been terrific. Tyler Cavanaugh having one of his better games tonight, quietly as well for the team. And a very important statistic here, folks. I mean, this is, you have got to say, this is mighty impressive. Iberostar Tenerife tonight so far, 17 of 17 at the free throw line. That is big time. By contrast, Dinamo Sassari, well, they're not shooting it badly from the free throw line. They're 12 of 17. I mean, any coach will, I would imagine, take, you know, 70% or better, and that's 70.59%. But when Tenerife are shooting at 17 of 17, you got to tip your hat to them. They have done excellent, have done very well in that category. But I think we saw a lot of good stuff come from Dinamo Sassari battling back. And wow, it's the game that we expected. Maybe the tight game, the intense game that we expected. Sassari jumped out, scored the first 7 points of the game, only for Iberostar Tenerife then to score 9 straight points. But Iberostar Tenerife, when the game was knotted at 9-9, then just kind of went on another big run and went up 27-12 late in the first quarter. Tip your hat again to Dinamo Sassari for being led back by Krushlin. Krushlin got Miro Balan going. He got Tillman going. Kadic came in and helped as well. I mean, really, it was the Croatian sensations that really kind of led the way, wasn't it, for this Dinamo Sassari team tonight as they battled back into it. But now we've got another 20 minutes to go, and remembering that Iberostar Tenerife lost the first meeting between these two teams by 20 points. So I expect a lively second half. Now third quarter underway here. Iberostar Tenerife attacking the basket to the left of your screen here at La Hamburguesa. Bruno Fittipaldo. Oh boy, did you see how he used his body? I mean, he's not the biggest guy, is he? And he goes right up and he just kind of uses his body to create a little bit of separation with Miro Balan, and just makes an easy left-handed layup. Ball goes out of bounds. I wonder if Uruguay are going to have a, I would expect Fittipaldo to be with them this summer when they play at the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament in Canada. Be a big moment for him. Oh boy. Gentile catches it, puts it up, and is fouled. Looks like maybe had he gone up stronger towards the basket, he might have had a chance for a three-point play, but he kind of fades away. Look at that. I wonder if he anticipated somebody else coming over there and trying to block his shot, because if he just goes straight up, he's got an easy layup. Gentile makes the first. Gotten some foul trouble in the first half, 3 fouls. And the second one is good as well for the bearded Gentile. So Kavanaugh to Guerra, and his attempted pass knocked away to Fittipaldo. Well, that was an interesting pass by Gentile. A little bit of miscommunication with somebody. And backing up, and they call the foul this time on Rodriguez. He's trying to post up the smaller Spissu, and he used his hands in the wrong way. Started to wrap around Spissu. Tough pass called by Gentile, who drives in. Oh boy, talk about using his body well. He did so there, and now he has a chance for a three-point play. Well, the X factor in the first half was Guerra, and maybe now it's going to be Gentile here in the third quarter. Well, that's how they called the foul. Remember on Benjis early on, they got Pizzeco excited and got him a technical. So they're being consistent. Fittipaldo brings it up, gets it to Kavanaugh. Fittipaldo open for three. That's good. Bruno Fittipaldo. Spissu has not gotten it going offensively tonight. He's always a candidate to bust out as well. Gets it to Burnell. Turns on the baseline. Soft shot. Rodriguez over in the right corner. Butterfield trying to shake free of Spissu, but he can't. Now Fittipaldo again gets it down low. Maintains his dribble. It goes back to his right. Finds Butterfield. Fake the pass. Goes up for a little runner. Offensive rebound, Guerra. Or no, Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh's having himself a game tonight. And great defense by Dinamo Sassari, making it much harder. And it's interesting how they're playing Butterfield as well. They're not giving him much daylight at all to attempt a three-point shot. Forcing him to do things where maybe he's not quite as comfortable. You know, his penetration just drives to the basket. And from the corner, Rodriguez. Look at that, boy. Yet another X factor. And he's been good tonight. Coming home to Tenerife this season, coming back to his former club where he played as a youth team player and everything, and now doing it for the big team. Gentile, yet again, another basket. And the contest heating up nicely. Fittipaldo, a little bit of a mismatch. He able to get free, puts it up. And Burnell not able to hang with him out there. And Guerra's going to be called for a foul there, pulling Bilan. He's arguing that Bilan was wrapping his arms around it, but no, I think the ref got that one right. So Shermadini's going to come in for Guerra. Yeah, they're just kind of tangled up. Don't worry, Fran. We haven't forgotten what you did in the first half. You're still an all-star. You'll be back in the game. Nevertheless, Shermadini comes back in. Spissu. Oh, what a pass by Spissu to Bilan. Boy, that was grade A stuff right there from Marco Spissu. And Bilan just keeps pouring in the points. Look at that. Fittipaldo having himself a third quarter. He's driving, he's hitting three-pointers. 12 points now already for the Uruguayan. Spisu passes up the three, gives it to the man with a hot hand, and it's Gentile who goes up and perhaps makes a pig's ear out of it. He made that shot a little bit harder than it needed to be. I thought he was going to try to dunk it at first. Fittipaldo left open. He's feeling it, and this time well short. Spisu, open floor. Burnell, great effort. Excellent. Looking back at the trailer, and then he's fouled. When Dinamo Sassari really put their minds to it, they played some beautiful basketball, some smart basketball as well. Burnell goes to the line. Makes the first. I mean, just, you know, despite some Burnell keeping it close, and yep, they'll count that. So still 7 points, which was the difference at halftime. And Huertas in the game now for Fittipaldo. That's a tough act to follow, the way Fittipaldo was doing, even if you are Marcelinho Huertas. Excuse me, Fittipaldo remains in the game. And he drives, and this time misses. Ball goes out of bounds. He came in for Spencer Butterfield, Marcelinho Huertas. And now Kavanaugh goes down. Nah, there's no intent there, but it looks like he may have gotten him with his right arm. Oh, yeah. No, there's no intent. Comes with the territory. And two shake hands. Tenerife already over the limit in terms of fouls, so that could come into play here. Kavanaugh drills another three-pointer. Wow, what a game he's having, folks. He's got 12 points. And now a foul called right over there in front of the Tenerife bench on Rodriguez. Yeah, that's a good call. I mean, he was pushing him out. I mean, it's, if you're pushing him out, you're giving the referee a chance to call the foul. I'm sorry. Now, Burnell misses the free throw. And speaking of Kavanaugh, he did have 16 in a game against Galatasaray and a win against them, and also had 14 against Bakken Bears. But in the first meeting against Sassari in 24 minutes, he had just 6 points, although he only took 4 shots. So he's having himself a nice little outing tonight, the 26-year-old power forward. Fittipaldo. Shot clock winding down. Rodriguez off the back of the iron. Shermadini keeps it alive, puts it up, gets it to go. When are they going to get Crucialin back in the game? Surely sooner rather than later. Belon for three. I've been waiting on that, and he misses. Trier also going to come back into the game shortly here for Sassari, who have now fallen behind by 11 points. As Huertas goes up and stretches it to 13. So with 3:35 remaining in the third quarter, Iberostar Tenerife opening up another big lead here, and it's, you know, it's hard to keep coming back if you're Dinamo Sassari. Pizzeco is going to try to sharpen the focus. Calls a timeout also to get some players back in.
Okay. Miro. Kaspar. Brule for Stefano. Kaspar for JB. You guard watch. Show. Miro.
You said Kaspar.
No, Kaspar for JB. Hey, okay, hey guy, hey. Long game. Miro, you show. Okay? Show, we show. One time.
I think if anything, the timeout is called just to kind of stop the run and also to get some new players in. This is Fittipaldo going to work. But on any given night, they've got any number of players. Like tonight, they've got several players that have stepped up to the plate at Iberostar Tenerife, and there's two of them, Guerra and Fittipaldo, but both are on the bench. So Sasu Saline and Aaron Dornekamp also now in the game for Iberostar Tenerife. Crucialin back in, and Traer for Dinamo Sassari. Bilan takes the foul against or from Shermadini. I'd much rather see Miro Bilan catching it low and going hard at Shermadini and making him work on defense than shooting three-pointers. And because he's done well getting to the line tonight, he's taken advantage of those chances, and he continues to take advantage. He's now 8 of 10 at the line, 16 points. Eight of 11. Pizzeco can live with that. His team's trailing about 12 points. They've got to get that intensity back on defense on this end, and that's what he's expecting with this team that he's got out there. Casper Traer raises his hand to say he committed the foul. Got the mismatch. He was guarding Shermadini. Marcelinho back to Saline. Oh, missed it badly there for the offensive rebound. Is Kavanaugh. Have yourself a game tonight, Tyler Kavanaugh. And he's fouled as well on the putback, so he will go to the line. He really has become a big-time factor for Iberostar Tenerife. You know, sometimes it takes a little bit of time to find your place in a team, and maybe that was the case with Kavanaugh, but it really does look like he's starting to gel with the Canary Islanders. Well, Spissu, that was long overdue as well, hitting the three-point shot. Marco Spissu hitting not only his first three of the night, getting his first points of the night. And putting the pressure on that defense was Huertas, Marcelinho Huertas, and getting another foul called on Casper Traer. So Marcelinho at the line. And he gets the first one to go. Marcelinho Huertas, 7 points tonight. Perfect at the line. So now 8 points, 3 assists. And he's got a tough defensive assignment on Spisu, that's for sure. Spisu has a lot of quickness. Beeline, wow. He was in a tough spot. He managed to turn and score, and his tally keeps growing. 18 points now for Beeline. Marcelinho gets the pick. Nope. Shermadini's going to back Traer all the way down. Boy, that was that was well done by Shermadini. I think Traer would have done better just to fall over and try to get a charge called. And nice play by Dinamo Sassari, getting the foul on Kavanaugh. But they've got to change things up here. They got to do something different. Dinamo Sassari. Boy, what a pass by Krushland. Beeline keeps getting it done at the line. Now 9 of 12. And makes another one. Marcelinho from the wing and called a blocking foul away from the ball on Krushland. Well, Krushland kind of nudged Dornekamp as he came in from the right. A little bit of a cheap foul, really, but they got away with it. Doesn't make any of his free throws. Spisu pulls up for 3. No blue shirts there for the rebound, though. Saline. Kavanaugh back to Saline. Here comes Sasu. Feeling a little sassy. Puts it up a little bit long. The offensive rebound and putback, though, is there for Shermadini. And Dinamo Sassari just missing that spark right now that we saw in the second quarter. They're going to have to pick it up, the intensity, or this thing's going to be over quickly. Beeline quickly turns, goes up for the dunk, and is fouled. And now Shermadini's having some words with Miro Beeline. Look at that. What's going on here, folks? We'll have to see on the replay. Watch this. Maybe Miro Beeline said something after he was blocked that Shermadini didn't like. Comes with the territory. One thing's for sure, Miro Beeline has earned a living tonight at the line. Now 11 of 14 at the free throw line. 21 points. And good job by Miro Beeline not getting drawn into something there that would distract him from the overall need to be focused on what he's doing, which is continue. You know, you got to go to the line and make your free throws first of all. But Sassari can't trade baskets, and they do need to stop here. Tenerife will hold it. They're going to try to hold it for the last shot. Krishlan guarding Huertas. Three-point shot. Oh, they don't. They don't stop Sassu Salin, who strikes again. The Susiyengi rears his head and drills the three-pointer. Wow. That hurts Dinamo Sassari. 3 are in the books. Iberostar Tenerife lead it 82-67 over Dinamo Sassari. Well, there it is, folks. I mean, you know, Tenerife, 20 of 22 at the line. I can't even remember now when those free throws were missed. That was a big talking point. So the free throws were missed by Aaron Dornekamp. So he snapped the perfection at the line, Aaron Dornekamp. So he's going to have to buy everybody dinner after this, I would imagine. Although the overall objective is just to win the game. And one reason why the Iberostar Tenerife are winning has been the play of Bruno Fittipaldo in that third quarter. He was really pouring in the points. There's another 2 points for Bruno Fittipaldo. Kavanaugh did well. Rodriguez missing on that one. But Shermadini there for the follow. I think it was Shermadini's basket. And Sassu Salin missing, but obviously he hit the three-pointer right at the end of the third quarter. Well, we had the three-pointer from Marco Spissu, but we haven't seen enough of that, and he's going to have to come out and have a big fourth quarter for his team to have a chance to get the win tonight. The winner clinches a spot in the next phase of the competition. Maybe it's Krishlan time. Kadic gets it to Krishlan. Back to Kadic. Pulls up at the line. And there for the follow was Tillman. I think this is a good lineup. This is what caused the help Dinamo Sassari rather come back. Salin wraps around the pass. Beautifully played by Sassu Salin. And Shermadini there says, thank you very much. Another 2 points for me. 14 now for Shermadini. Bilan. Miro Bilan goes right up against Shermadini, and Shermadini just did enough to put him off the shot. Marcelinho. Oh, what a play. Marcelinho. He goes in, looks like he's going to dribble away, and then he just puts it up and scores, and it's a 17-point lead. You know, Dinamo Sassari were the best team in the second quarter tonight, but Iberostar Tenerife showing their class not only in the first quarter, but the third quarter and here at the start of the fourth. I mean, they have just kept the pressure on, haven't they? Traore missing from three-point range, and starting to look a lot more promising now for the team from the Canary Islands. Salin, he's feeling it, drills another one, and the lead has grown to 20 points. And that forces a timeout, and I honestly thought we were going to have a humdinger of a second half after the way Dinamo Sassari played in that second quarter, but Iberostar Tenerife have really been the best team. And maybe if I had a criticism of Pizzeco, I mean, I would think, why would you not have Krishlan in the game earlier in the third quarter, the way he played in that second quarter?
Hey, we have not to lose more than 19 points, so we have to fight. We have to continue to fight. We have to continue to fight, okay? I'm all right. I'm. 1, 2, 3.
Saw the three-pointers. That's been a big part of the game tonight. Iberostar Tenerife getting 3 of 6 from Sassu Salin, 2 of 3 from Bruno Fittipaldo, and also Franguetta, Tyler Kavanaugh, Spencer Butterfield, and Sergio Rodriguez have hit three-pointers. So the game has pretty much gotten out of hand here for Dinamo Sassari. It's going to take something extraordinary now for them. Nevertheless, Tillman catches it and called for travel. Burnell back in there as well, guarding the ball. Yeah, it's got to happen at this end really for Dinamo Sassari. They've got to get some turnovers. They've got to obviously get stopped, but they'd like to get some turnovers and maybe turn those into fast break points. But, you know, Tenerife have some pretty good guards, and they're making life miserable for the Italian club at this end of the floor. Biggest lead of the game now, 21 points. Don't forget also DeVecchi has gone out of the game with a knee injury for Dinamo Sassari tonight. So our thoughts are with him. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Burnell over to Benjis, who hasn't done anything. Benjis, there he is, almost turning it over. Montes Benjis has that potential to really light it up, but he has 0 points in 17 minutes. I don't know why Johan Rosso is telling Sergio Rodriguez to calm down. Well, he's telling both, I guess, a little slight altercation between Rodriguez and Burnell. Spisu looks to inbound it. He does. Gets it to Burnell, who puts it up, and Tillman goes up for the follow. They're going to count the basket. Okay, I thought they might. Yeah, I think they were saying potential goal interference there, goaltending. But the basket is good. So it's 91-71. Now Dinamo Sassari, they've got to knuckle down on defense to get some stops. And that was a good block. That's what's so difficult. You see Sassu Salin, he's about to launch it, so you have to run at him, and then he puts it on the deck to go past you. But that time they were able to recover and block the shot. Good job by Benjis, Montes Benjis, and also Burnell helping out. But then Sassu Salin still gets 2 points. Now Salin in the open floor. Bounce pass to Shermadini, who scoops it up, and he has a chance for a three-point play. And you know what, folks? Any way you slice it tonight, this has been an awesome sight from Iberostar Tenerife. I mean, they are knocking on the door of 100 points. And we've got 6 minutes and 45 seconds still to play. I mean, this is turning into a rout. And it was a 7-point game at halftime. They've outscored Dinamo Sassari 14-4 here in the fourth quarter. Where has the defense been for Dinamo Sassari? Quick pass Tillman knocks it out of bounds. 9 seconds on the shot clock. 6:11 remaining. What do you think? 23 points down. Can Dinamo Sassari do it? Well, of course they can. It's unlikely. But the way Iberostar Tenerife playing, you know, they could beat anybody tonight. Look at this. Sasu Saline, this time a little bit short. Tillman rebounds it. Gets it to Burnell. Clock already starting to become the enemy. Krushlin from the right. Misses. Now down to Tillman. Goes up and makes a very difficult shot over Shermadini. Dinamo Sassari's season's going to be still alive getting into that next round, but they would have liked to have gotten another win tonight to pull the double over Tenerife. Huertas puts it up from three-point range and hits it, and you can just see the look on Pazeco's face. It's like, man, is anybody in that team going to play badly tonight? Is anybody going to be poorly off their game? And quite frankly, I can't think of anybody that's not played well tonight for Iberostar Tenerife. No, in the second quarter, they certainly, it wasn't that they eased up, but Dinamo Sassari were the team that really picked it up. But Iberostar Tenerife have been an awesome sight, really, in the third quarter and the fourth quarter. Now Tillman. Another short jumper. Marcelino Huertas drives down the lane, scores easily with the left-handed layup. And Tenerife have 101 points on their biggest rival, allegedly, in this group. Well, of course, Dinamo Sassari won the first game against them. But they're blowing them out right now. And La Burguesa, Marcos Busu shoots it, scores, and is fouled. He will go to the line. Pisu completes the three-point play to get it back to a 21-point deficit. They've got to keep fighting. You never know, crazier things have happened, but it's not looking good for their chances right now. If anything, they'd like to get some respect back and maybe have the better overall score over the two games. In that sense, it's at a knife edge. Tenerife would have a one-point advantage. So Dornekamp goes out. Ben just picks up his third foul. And with 4.5 minutes remaining, it's looking very good tonight here for the home team in the Santiago Martin Arena, otherwise known as La Hamburguesa. Nice shot by Bruno Fittipaldo. Tillman, wanted to get the three-point shot to fall, but in the end, Burnell drives in, misses. And a technical foul has been called on Chus Vidaretta. Good job by Fittipaldo and Burnell. Clearly something going on between Burnell. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to be the first person that's going to jump out and say Chus Vidaretta needs to calm down. But he is absolutely right in that case. I mean, that is Justin Burnell. That is Burnell. There's no need for that. You stop right in front. You stop right in front of Rodriguez. They're going to look at it, and they're going to, I'm guessing they're going to, but if they didn't call a foul on that, let's see. Yeah, they've called the technical foul on Burnell, but have they called? Yeah, they did call the foul on Jadson Burnell. So there's just no need for that. Now they're going to look and see if it was an unsportsmanlike foul. Watch again, top of the screen.
You show if one free throw is for the technical foul, then it's 2 free throws and then the ball for 14. Show the unsportsmanlike, you show the technical foul. As he received unsportsmanlike and technical, he needs to go to the locker room because he's disqualified. And it will be 3 shots.
So you heard it. Definitely the technical foul, which they weren't reviewing, but the unsportsmanlike foul is what they determined, because I mean he just wasn't a basketball play. He just stopped right in front of Rodriguez, and he has to go because of the unsportsmanlike and the technical foul. So a difficult night becomes even more difficult tonight for Dinamo Sassari. And I know that because, as we've talked about, Coach Pizzeco as a player had some issues controlling his emotions. I'm sure that he will sympathize with Burnell. I'm sure he'll have some encouraging but perhaps wise advice for him when they talk. I mean, the game was already lost, but it's just not necessary, really. So now the unsportsmanlike fouls. Yeah, there you go, free throws. You know, you see Rodriguez. Look at it again. Burnell just, yeah, he was right on it. Chus Vitoretta, you know what? You were right on the money on that one. I'll give you that one. A little bit of frustration with Burnell. Obviously, you're getting blown out, so in a big game. So you can understand, I think, why he was feeling the way that he was. But you also have to wonder about the mental state of this Dinamo Sassari team, having lost at home to Bakken Bears, and now you've been blown out by your biggest rivals. You know, how are you going to respond to this next time out? You know, we've seen Iberostar Tenerife respond to the 20-point blowout at Dinamo Sassari. They've come back with a vengeance. You know, it's interesting. They're looking for the record tonight in points, and the next 2 points, or the next point, will give them the record in the Basketball Champions League for points scored. Had 106 against Sabona in season 1, and 106 against Capo di Orlando in season 2, and this is going to even be more than that. For the second time it'll come against an Italian team. Mira Balan, Franghera out there. And Guerra doesn't need to lower his arms. If he doesn't lower his arms, he's not going to have that. Just keep your hands up. You know, you look at Guerra, you look at Rodriguez, look at Alex Lopez in that team. Who's from San Cristobal de la Laguna here, which is where this game is being played. Rodriguez, We talked about him being from the island. Franguera. You know, it's great. It's great to see these guys from the Canary Islands playing. It's not just that they're Spanish, but they're actually also from the Canary Islands. So perhaps Chus Vidareta likes the idea that they have that connection with the people that are supporting him. And I can't take credit for that information. That's also Igor Cherkovich. And it's definitely getting a little scrappy here at the end of the game. Watch this. Oh, yeah, well, Fittipaldo was, I think, might have gotten away with one, wrapping up Miro Balan there with his left hand. So they've got the record, 108 points, a record number of points scored in a Basketball Champions League game, and it's going to be even bigger, I'm guessing. Spencer Butterfield comes up with the basketball. Tillman was going for it. And you would love to see these two teams go at it again. Because it would be a little nasty, but really mentally tonight, you just feel like this Iberostar Tenerife team was better. I mean, they looked, after falling behind 7-0 at the very start, they just held it together mentally. And even after Dinamo Sassari came back, you know, Iberostar Tenerife took it to a higher level. So they have been the best team tonight by far, and they are going to leave with a record. Who knows? I'm guessing there'll be another team eventually that beats them in terms of points scored, but this is impressive. Well, Benches finally gets a couple of points, but too little, too late. He'll know that. Franguera hands it off to Fittipaldo. Rodriguez open, knocks in the three-pointer. Okay, so I'm being corrected now. The all-time BCL record is 122 points scored by Holon last season. So that's what they're beating. They've beaten their own record, but the all-time record is 122 by Holon. And that I'm not sure they're going to get. Now, I don't think they'll get 9 points over the final 120, but nevertheless, it's been a big points haul tonight. So here goes Tenerife. I doubt very seriously they're thinking about scoring the most ever points in the Basketball Champions League. But they will certainly have an impressive number after this is all over. Rodriguez misses the three. Butterfield flies in for the rebound. Now they're going to call the play. Marcelino Huertas. Butterfield open, and, well, I sung his praises about hitting the threes. He hasn't really done it tonight like he could. And now the turnover and into the hands of Benjes, who pulls up on the break. And I think they'll walk it up and they'll take one more shot, and that'll be it, whether they make it or not. But an impressive club record in the Basketball Champions League for Iberostar Tenerife. Here's the alley-oop, and they get the dunk. Well, I guess they wanted to end the game emphatically, and they have. They win it. Tenerife convincingly over Dinamo Sassari. And Iberostar Tenerife, what a surprise. They are going to the postseason. We always knew they would, but they have clinched it with games to spare. Iberostar Tenerife win it 115-85 over Dinamo Sassari here in the Basketball Champions League. Well, Dinamo Sassari, they've got some work to do, but you know what? On any given night, and remember, there's no fans right now because of the coronavirus pandemic. You know, you've got to find that inspiration, that energy inside. They had the perfect start, jumping out to a 7-0 lead, but Iberostar Tenerife then answered with 9 straight points. And then when the game was at 9-9, Tenerife just started to pull away. See the numbers, 7 more threes. Just overall dominance on the boards. And not surprisingly, in the assist department, Shermadini, well, you just can't keep him off the top of the scoring, can you? He had 19 for Tenerife. Miro Balan had a game-high 24. And you can appreciate why this Iberostar Tenerife team as well continues to be a growing force in Spanish basketball. You know, right now they're 3rd in the Spanish standings, and it's never an easy team to play. You know, we compare them now to how year 1. When they won the Basketball Champions League in year 1. I mean, I think the club has continued to get stronger and stronger, and I think the ability to come out and play in the Basketball Champions League week in and week out has really helped them. So some of the highlights is Iberostar Tenerife reach a record points haul as a club, 115-85. They didn't get to the Basketball Champions League record, 122, set by Hapoel Holon last year. But nevertheless, they got 115 against a very good Dinamo Sassari team that actually beat them by 20 points earlier this season. So it was an impressive performance by Iberostar Tenerife all the way around. In the first half, we sung the praises of Fran Guerra, and really in the second half, I mean, just a complete demolition job by everybody. Tyler Kavanaugh was outstanding tonight. Marcelino Huertas ended up having a great game. I mean, 15 points and 9 assists. That's something that we didn't even talk about. Just 1 assist shy of a double-double. Sasu Salim was really good tonight. 14 points, 5 of 10 from the floor, including 3 of 7 from three-point range. Had a couple of assists. Shermadini, of course, led the way with 19 points, as he usually does. Kavanaugh with the 16. Guerra finished with 16. Sergio Rodriguez with 10 points. Hit 2 of 5 from three-point range. Maybe the only player that had a slight off night, at least shooting the basketball. Well, yeah, in a big way, was Spencer Butterfield. I mean, I'm singing his praises as one of the great shooters, and he finished 1 of 8 from the floor, but I don't think he'll be too worried about that tonight. Also, Aaron Dornekamp. You know what you're going to get with Dornekamp. You're going to get some real battling qualities. I know he made a great pass from the perimeter. Bruno Fittipaldo tonight was terrific. 6 of 10 from the floor, 2 of 4 from deep. And just all in all, I think Chus Videretto will be very happy with how things went. I get the feeling that Gianmarco Pazzecco is still, and maybe I'm wrong, but you know, still figuring out his best lineup, you know, when to play, who to play. I just felt like Krushkin was so important in that first half, the way he came in, and then to sit down for it seemed like most of the third quarter, just when things got out of hand, it was just unfortunate for them. So Iberostar Tenerife go to 4-1. They punch their ticket to the playoffs. Dinamo Sassari have to wait, and they're looking over their shoulders at Bakken Bears, who've won 2 in a row. Galatasaray down at the bottom in Group A. One last time here from the Santiago Martin Arena. La Hamburguesa, it's Iberostar Tenerife winning it 115-85 over Dinamo Sassari.